many of you already very well know, Qatar is not a neutral grid location, nor is it a fair draconian regime. It holds a deeply troubling galactic history, housing all of the planetary global war crimes, operating modern-day draconian brotherhoods, and carrying out barbaric terroristic agendas fueled by a bloodthirsty hunger for the American starseed, the indigo soul, the cosmic Christ serving the guardian restoration nations. And now, in the cruelest demonstration of smoke and mirror games, Air Force One will soon have something disturbingly in common with the Draconian Brotherhood. And it is all being paid for by the Qatari royal family. So you guys may have recently caught my SS-10 Stargate seal video, where through Gridwork restoration and Guardian protection invocation, we essentially sealed Stargate 10 from further harmful energies and actions against humanity. And this was a protective invocation for the Stargate 10 breach that is located in Abadan, Iran. Everything with Qatar connects into this Stargate, where we essentially closed all the rips, all the wormhole systems, all the black hole systems, all of that black goo, removed the black heart agenda, removed the black heart virus, leading into the Draco, Anunnaki, Zeta Gray, Hive, Belial Sun agenda, and all of the Archon realms, and we purified it by solar logos fire, reclaiming it for the original angelic human lineage, and reinstalled the natural 12D ascension hub into the Stargate, and ran the Christic structures, anchored it into Mount Carmel in Israel, extending through to the St. Michael's Mount, which is a very pivotal location in the Archangel Michael ley line, and connect it to the Arthurian Grail sites in Cornwall, all the way, clearing it all the way down to Doha and Qatar. This is highly significant at this moment because Qatar is now front and center on the world grid stage. The draconian regime is bribing and seducing Donald Trump, treating him like a pay-to-play president, offering him draconian jewels and riches and a palace in the sky, riding Aladdin's carpet. They are calling it Trump's Qatar Gate, Trump's Qatar Stargate. The Qatari government is gifting Trump a luxury Boeing 747-8 jet that has been valued at approximately $400 million, funded by the Qatar's royal family. It is said to be used as Air Force One. So that's what they're going to use it for, to actually fly Trump around in this plane. And then they're going to transfer the ownership to the Trump Presidential Library Foundation. And all of this, bet your booty, is a premeditated loophole, a bribe dressed in diplomacy. This gift violates the spirit of American sovereignty under the control matrix of the Draconian Sumerian Empire. And it should ask us to beg the question, does this violate the U.S. Constitution to accept such a lavish gift from a regime with a terrorist motivation? I mean, this really sends a lot of knots into the solar plexus. We really need to sit with this and question what we are watching being right out before our eyes. Qatar's alleged ties to Iranian proxies like Hamas and Hezbollah, which have harmed the United States' interests, making this deal a potential stain on the entire Trump administration. Definitely. Trust has been broken on my end. But it doesn't end with just the plane that is being gifted to Trump. The Trump Organization, led by Eric Trump, announced a new deal on April 30th, 2025 to essentially develop a luxury golf resort in Qatar. Okay, Trump's first project in the country during his second term presidency. This is a $5.5 billion development, including a Trump International Golf Club, a Trump-branded beachside villa, and an 18-hole course, and a Land of the Legends theme park, all 40 minutes north of Doha. I bet you they bribed Trump to scratch his plans in Palestine, and they're allowing him to build it in Qatar. Like, what? These are high-stakes conflicts of interest that are funded by the blood of the innocent. Let's remember, in 2017, Trump originally supported all of the Saudi-led blockades of Qatar, calling them out for funding terrorism, calling them out for housing the leaders of terrorists, of Hamas, and claiming this at a very high level. But now he's flipped. The support has morphed into praise. And we have entered the realm of bait and switch, a smoke and mirror diplomacy. Meanwhile, you guys know Steve Witkoff, okay, not impressed at all with this guy. Trump's Middle East mediator has been seduced entirely by the Draconian Empire royals and is now under surveillance and looking glass technology operated by the Draco Hive as far as I can see psychically. Because I have remote viewed Steve Witkoff's energy field, and he is heavily bugged, implanted with draconian seals, and he is under mind control. And this is who is giving all of the Qatar recommendations to Trump. So this deal had to have come through Steve Witkoff. And possibly Trump as well, at this point, may be and have been implanted under the draconian control as well. I don't think we can rule anything out at this point. And I've liked Trump, but this is really going too far, because I think if the offering was actually genuine and the peace support was genuine coming from Qatar through negotiations, this $400 million would have been compensation and reparation to the 9/11 victims for the damage that was done by the barbaric draconian attacks on American soil. We would be being supported financially for what has been done, the attacks. The $400 million could have been better spent right here in the United States, helping the people here that have truly been victimized by the Draconian Empire. It could have been used pulling all the $1 billion of investment that has ran rampant in the universities that have been extracting our intellectual property and education in our institutions, and giving this to Qatar, trying to erase all of our education and Christian values in our education systems. It could have been better used collapsing down the enclaves of the Muslim Brotherhood in the United States in places such as Texas. The money could have been better used to essentially stop all of the nuclear mayhem and sever the Iranian control over the nuclear wars and threats. But no, they're continuing it to basically fuel the wars in Gaza, essentially, and buy Trump a jet and fund a $1 million golf course. The only good thing that has come out of this is that the American hostage, Eden Alexander, is expected to be released on May 13th, 2025. But really, this is all just a theater. All of this really just for one hostage? You're accepting a jet gift from Qatar for one hostage? This is absolutely corrupt. This is spiritual political bribery in broad daylight. And we may be witnessing right now Trump's tipping point through the Qatar Stargate, through the Qatar Gate. This is where his regime is going to reveal its cracks. Trump's Qatar Gate is revealing deep division and growing distrust over Qatar's intentions, and the nation is being handed leverage and power over decisions made at the highest level of the United States government. So I'm urging all of you at this time to keep your eyes and ears open over the next 4 days from May 12th to May 16th, because Trump is now visiting the Middle East and Qatar and the Qatarian royal family and the Draconian Sumerian Empire Legion League of Doom, where they're going to focus on trade and investment and Gulf relations with a most pressing strong emphasis on business rather than righting the wrongs or strengthening any sense of security or any sense of spiritual repair to the nation. It's bribery over truth is what we are seeing. And it's a snake-like seduction that is dragging the Dove Grid into another potential J-seal or Draco seal, pressing and suppressing the fourth dimensional earth plane. We are watching major galactic war deals unfold right now, orchestrated by the Draconian arbitration aimed at replacing our organic ascension systems on this planet. To me, this is a clear sign that we are seeing the Metatronic fallen systems grid reactivating at this time, and Trump is now playing inside of that fallen Metatronic grid. This trip that he is taking also takes place during the rising regional tensions, including Gaza and the humanitarian crisis with Iran's nuclear ambitions. And Trump's decision to essentially skip Israel and go straight to Qatar, despite its proximity, is seen as a direct snub to Prime Minister Netanyahu. You guys should know. This is signaling a virtue shift in the United States alignment towards Gulf monarchies, towards pleasing the Draconian Empire. This is pulling America deeper into a draconian political persuasion. So to put this in perspective for you guys, Trump is an Orion general commander that has been sent to this earth to negotiate in the modern day Orion Wars. The Qatari royal family sits at the head of the Thuban Draconian Council and is essentially dictating the Orion positioning on this earth. Trump defends these moves and the acceptance of this jet gift from Qatar and the building of his lavish golf course in Doha. But I think we have to be aware, because this reeks of corruption and foreign influence. And so Qatar may wear the costume of the US ally, right? But it is cloaked in ancient, dark, galactic negative ET contracts and multidimensional infiltration. And the lines between Trump and the sand and business policy are freaking blurred. And I'm telling you, it's dangerous. So please make sure that if this message resonates with you today, that you go back and watch my Stargate 10 seal clearing video. It may illuminate for you what the sovereigns of the light are truly facing at this time. Also, one of the major things we can do at this time to assist on an energetic and spiritual level is to have Draco seal removal as an essential way to shift Earth's consciousness and reclaim sovereignty over the organic spiritual existence on this planet and away from draconian rule. And I do offer those as individual sessions one-on-one for those seeking personal removals. And I also teach an in-depth facilitator certification course teaching you all about the universal seal systems on the planet and how you can remove them on your own and for others. So all of the links for that will be down in the description of this video, and I encourage you to book a removal session with me or to register for that course. And I also want to invite you guys to upgrade your spiritual immune system and come and join us at the live spring health and healing event that is happening virtually June 6th through the 8th, 2025, where we are going to feature powerful teachers on topics like all of the negative, harmful free radicals that we are up against at this time, poisons, parasites, EMF, detoxification, going over wellness, nutrition, and spiritual self-care. This is going to be a deeply supportive weekend to reset and restore. And if you are struggling at this time, family, I encourage you to attend. You will not be disappointed in this weekend. Links will be in the description to register for that event. And thank you guys for watching today. I know this was a very powerful message, but I feel like I'm being guided to deliver it as such. And if you are walking the guardian path at this time, then you are watching all 360 degrees of what is playing out on the spiritual battlefield, eyes wide open. You can see everything. And the Draconian legions and shadow regimes are now under cosmic surveillance. And our Gridwork efforts must continue, especially in the Middle East around Stargate 10, to continue to seal and clear that Stargate because of the detrimental effects it has upon the planet and humanity. So I will be back soon with more updates as events unfold. And I hope that you'll be joining me with my live with Noko this Wednesday at 7 p.m. CDT, where we are going to go over and discuss all of the global health concerns of our time and what we can do about it. And may the guardian flame be with you guys always. Peace, protection, and planetary healing and love.